Hey guys, welcome back, and in this video we're going to be continuing what we did last time, except we're going to change this string array into an array of objects that we created. So as you can see, I have this dog class. I think I've used it in a previous tutorial with arrays. I think I used it in like maybe the last video of the last series I did. And I didn't really change much. I mean, the constructor's still the same. It's just you have an int and a string in the class, and you're just setting them to a number. All I did that I don't think I might have had in here before was I added a getter for each property, and then a setter for each property. So pause this video, do whatever, take like a minute, minute and a half, just type this up if you don't have it already. I mean, it's not that long. It's like 20 lines of code. So pause the video, do whatever. Anyway, going back to the pound, now we're going to make this a little bit more interesting. Instead of having a string array of dogs that only contains their names, we're going to have an array of dog objects where each object contains both their name and their age. So basically, we're just going to get rid of the string and call it dog. And then, same thing here. It's literally just the same thing. Like, you have a dog array that's not yet created. It just has the name in memory. Then when we construct the object, we're saying how big the array is. And then down here, we're going to be doing pretty much the same thing, except we don't have to pass it this name anymore, because it's going to have that in the dog object. And we're also not really going to, we're not going to set the name. We're actually going to set the location to a new... Actually, you know what? Instead of passing it a name, we're going to pass it a dog. And we're going to say it's equal to a new dog. And I believe you have to do other.get age and other.get name. Now, the reason I'm doing it like this is I don't want to just set this location to other. Because if you remember, objects, when you assign them like that, they go by the reference number in memory. So all that would do would set whatever, location. Let's say location was equal to 1. That would set array 1 equal to the memory location of other. So they have access to the same thing, and they both can change the data. We don't want to do that. We want them to be two separate identities, but just really copy over the information. So that's why I'm doing it with the getters. And that's, one advantage of having getters in your class is you can do it this way. Otherwise, you'd have to make other constructor and have it able to convert and all that other stuff. So I just like to do it this way. So anyway, here's that. And then we're just gonna I'm thinking if we can just leave this like this, or should I go and make a toString method in the other class? Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I'm gonna go back to the dog class real quick. I'm gonna make a toString, and I'm just gonna return age plus space plus name. Or you know what? I'm gonna do that the other way around. That way we can say their name and their age. So basically that's all we're doing there. toString, I've showed you guys how to do that. It's straightforward. And now we're gonna print line. We're going to do, now you're passing the location. So what you're gonna have to do is put dogs location and then dot toString. Now let me explain why this works. This dogs array has arrays of dog objects. So it would be a dog array, there'd be a dog object in array slot 0, array slot 1, array slot 2, and so on and so on. So we're going to say, like, let's say location was equal to 2. We were saying that the object in location 2, toString. This is basically just saying find the dog object at that location and use the dog object method that we made in the dog class on that object. It's not that hard, I don't think. I hope you guys are following along. I don't think I have many problems. I mean, most people get this, so hopefully you guys are too. But if you aren't, feel free to leave a comment below and I'll help you out. Now I'm just going to make a main real quick to run this. Okay, so we need the pound. We need to make a pound object. Oh, we already have one. Okay, this is the one from, let me just delete this. Actually, you know what, let's leave that. Okay, so this is from last video where we have object 1 of the pound of array size 3. So we're going to just do object 1 dot set array element, and we're going to do 0, and we're going to have to pass it a dog object. Let's see, do I want to make dog objects? You know, sometimes when you think ahead, you just completely forget that you'd actually have to, you know, do all this work. So maybe I'll just pass it. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go back to this array element, get rid of this other dog, and just put not int. Just pass it two things, and then make it a new dog based off age and name. There we go. That's easier. That way it saves us lines of code in our main, makes things look neater, and I think this is just a little easier to read than if I were to have to type up every other, you know, dog name. So we'll say this dog's 5 and his name is Spot. And I'm just going to copy and paste this a few times. Make this a 1, make this a 2, make this dog 3, make this dog 4. This dog name will be Blackie. I don't know. My grandma used to have a dog like that, I think. A really long time ago. I was like 5. And let's see. I don't know. It's really not important, so let's call him not important. I mean, poor dog. That'd be a terrible name, but whatever. And I was gonna do another print object 1, not print element at location 1. I'm just gonna run this, and as you can see, array element 2 is not important, but he's 4 years old. We care about his age, and then array element 2 is Blackie, and he's 3. So yeah, we're gonna go back up here real quick. I'm just gonna go over that. This did actually take 3 classes, because you have to have the object that we want to have the array of, and then the class that maintains the array, and then the main to run it all. So I hope you guys understood, because I don't think it's that hard. I know I've said that like a lot. I've said like at least 2 or 3 times in this video, and you know, whatever, but I hope you guys understood. If not, leave a comment below or send me a private message. I'll help you out. And I'm really glad you guys are enjoying this series, so I'll see you in the next tutorial.